What is going on, you guys? This is Kevin, Full Metal Ginger, and okay, look, I know I keep promising a vinyl update. I swear to God it's coming. It will be the very next video, and I've honestly been getting so many records in that it might have to be a two-part video, but I got to push that one back one more time. I've just done something that I've been meaning to do since I started this channel. It's been a long time coming for sure, so I had to share this with you, so let's go check it out. So yeah, holy shit, finally bought a new stereo. Something, like I was saying, I've been needing to do since I started the channel, really. Everything you've heard has come out of the old Jensen, which I'm still having to use. I don't have the CD player part yet. I'm still looking for one of those, so I'm having to use it for that. But I mean, yeah, everything you've ever heard on this channel came out of this thing. And it was supposed to be only like a temporary thing, maybe 5-6 months I was going to use it. And I've had it for 6 or 7 years at least, and it was like, god damn it, it's time to replace it. And so yeah, I mean, I thought this would be a nice 5-year on YouTube kind of anniversary gift to myself. But yeah, I guess we can run through it piece by piece if you're still interested. So I guess we start with the receiver. These are pretty common. I found this on Amazon. This is a Sony STR DH190, I believe. I think they retail for like, I don't know, somewhere between 100 and 150 bucks, so they're not too expensive, but I mean, they sound pretty good. Not a whole lot of power coming out of them, but yeah, this is a small room, so I wasn't really worried about that. I think it gets maybe 100 watts through each speaker, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and reread that. But besides the phono input, you've still got 4 other inputs, so I've got enough for a cassette deck, CD player, and whatever else I want to plug in here. So at least 2 other inputs that I could run things off of, which I won't. It'll just be those for now anyway, unless I can come up with some other ideas. But yeah, it's pretty basic. You've got a little bit of EQ on it, treble and bass. I do have the speakers balanced a little differently, so if this sounds kind of weird, that's probably why. I've got it set up to where, where I record videos over there in the corner, with the CDs and the records, I can actually hear everything really well. And we'll get to the speakers here in a minute, but yeah, it's a really simple little system here, but I mean, it powers everything I need to power, and it puts out enough juice to hear everything nice and clear and loud. And yeah, I can't be more satisfied with it. I love this thing. Awesome stuff. I guess we can look at the turntable real quick. This is the one that I showed, I don't know, maybe a year or 2 ago, honestly. Probably, yeah, about that long. And I'm just now getting around to being able to use it because I didn't have a receiver up until now. So yeah, first time I'm being able to play anything on it. This is a Technics SL-BD20D, I think. This is the one that Pat, Ground Zero Salem, sold to me. And yeah, this is a pretty awesome thing. I know I need to replace the stylus there. There's no telling how old it is. And I've still got a little bit of dust in here to clean out. So I don't know if I'm going to really use this thing a whole lot, at least until I can get it cleaned and, get some new cartridges in and all that kind of thing. But yeah, working pretty good, way better than this old Jensen piece of shit. So yeah, you've got your 2 speeds and your queuing and just a little stop button there. So that's all there is to it. But I mean, that's all you really need, honestly. So yeah, we can run down here real quick. Now this one is my baby. This is a Optimus SCT-53 dual cassette deck. I found this at the local Goodwill for, I'm not even kidding, $5. And there's a guy there who was like, dude, you probably need to test that first. I'm like, dude, if it doesn't work, I'm losing $5. What's the big deal? But I got it home, it got power, and didn't play, obviously. I knew the belts were probably gone. I mean, they were actually so bad, deteriorated, it just turned into tar. But I was able to clean it, replace it, and it works, man. And I'm stoked about that. Let me pop in a tape real quick, and I'll let you see what that sounds like. If you were curious, the record we were listening to was this Cadaveric Incubator. So I'll leave a link below if you don't have this for some reason. Awesome stuff, great band, Finnish band. So go check it out. I know I've talked about them on here before, but this is just something I threw on, so there's that. So yeah, there she is in action. Had to put on some Insineratehymn, A Moment in a Vision, one of my favorite albums. And yeah, pretty sure I'll be able to record mixtapes out of this thing too, which is something I've been really wanting to do over the last I don't know, a couple of years at least. I mean, I used to make my own, but the way I did it was pretty sketchy, so I really don't want to have to go back to that. But yeah, I can't be more pleased with this thing. I mean, consider I spent $5 on it, and well, I mean, plus the belts I had to get to replace all the cruddy ones in there. So I mean, honestly, I'm shocked I was able to fix it. But yeah, really stoked on this thing. I can't say enough about how happy I am to have a good working cassette deck. So yeah, that's probably my favorite out of this whole thing. Well, maybe except for the next thing I got to show you. All right, so here's the speakers. And I'm going to go ahead and warn you, the light might get kind of orangey, especially with the acid witch flag there. But yeah, I'm completely stoked to have these speakers in here. They sound absolutely amazing, way better than what I've been used to. These are Yamaha NS6490s, I believe. Sound great, man. I can't really ask for too much more. I mean, they don't put out a lot of power, and if you crank them up really loud, which, I mean, you don't need to do, but again, if you crank them up really loud, the bass kind of gets washed out a little bit. But I mean, this is a small room. This is like a, I don't know, like a 10 by 12 room, so they don't need to be loud. I mean, as of right now, I could maybe go up a couple more levels of volume, and that's going to be more than enough to hear everything really well. So it's just unnecessary. So I mean, for what I have, my setup, this is beyond perfect. My only disappointment is I can't really hide my speaker cables any better than that, at least at the moment. And I had to take down my giant Dark Throne flag because I just don't have room for it now with these speakers up. I wanted to be able to mount them in the corners, but it just weren't going to fit. I mean, with the size of the speakers and everything, it would have been great to do. Maybe at some point I can rearrange stuff enough to be able to do that, but as of right now, this is how it's just going to have to be. Oh, the mounts, I could talk about those. These are from a company called Mount It, and I got a screw I need to tighten down there. Sorry for my hands are all cut to pieces from work. But yeah, man, these are like, I don't know, like 25 bucks. Solid steel, from what I understand. The speakers are like 13 pounds. Pretty heavy. I mean, they're pretty bulky too. But these are designed to hold up to, I think, 55 pounds. So these were an amazing find, honestly. I got those on Amazon as well, and I would highly recommend them. I have my doubts, but they've really stood up, and I'm pretty stoked on these. Really easy to put together as well. So yeah, I don't know what to say. All this stuff I'm really pleased with. Far better than what I've been using, that's for sure. So just to give you an idea in terms of size, every bit of music you've ever heard on this channel up until this video, you heard through these speakers. Look at the difference. So yeah, to say I'm stoked is an understatement, that's for sure. So yeah, before we go, I figured I'd at least show you one of my favorite parts is the remote. I had a remote in the Jensen, and it just completely stopped working maybe a month after I bought the thing, and it wasn't batteries, it wasn't anything like that, it just quit working. So it's nice to be able to have this ability again to, you know, crank up the volume. That's so satisfying for me at this point. Yeah, you got everything on here. You got your tuner presets, your bass and treble for your equalizing, play and all that kind of thing, which is pretty common. You got your amp menu, which, like I said, there's balance on there. You can go in there and change your displays. There's a dimmer on here for the light on the receiver, which I guess if you're watching TV or something, it'd be a little bit more something you would need, but it's not really important here. And it's Bluetooth capable, which was kind of cool. Don't know that I'll use anything Bluetooth capable on this thing, maybe at some point. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's all your inputs also, so just trying to remember what I've got plugged into what input has been the hardest thing for me. But yeah, that's basically the whole thing, guys. Turning over a new leaf, that's for sure. Really stoked to have all this stuff. And I know I did a stereo video, I don't know, a year or so ago, and I can leave that in the description if you want to check that out for any reason, just to see what I've been dealing with up until this point. So yeah, everything is, you've heard up until now is going to be different. Wait, everything you've heard up until now, this blows away. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So there we go. I guess that's all I got to show you. I promise final video next. I've got at least 10, so that might, and I have more coming in as well. So I don't know. I may have to make that a two-parter. We'll see. Then tapes right after that, and then I'm going to try my best to get everything caught up on here. So yeah, hope you guys liked the video. I don't know if you're interested. Whenever I get a CD player, I can show that on here as well, if you care. Let me know, and thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for all the support you've given me over the last 5 years, and it's been really awesome, and it's been a pleasure to do these videos for you, and I really appreciate you. See you next time.